To begin, I want to make sure everybody understands the CBO did an outstanding job in the preparation of that 2001 budget projection because they included all the assumptions in that report that led to the $5.6 trillion surplus projection. And they also included other scenarios that might occur. And the CBO is very clear in how this report was put together. Here's the first sentence in the report. It says, in the absence of significant legislative changes and assuming that the economy follows the path described in this report, the Congressional Budget Office goes on to project the surpluses. To determine the economy did not follow the assumptions of the CBO requires you to read all the way to the 5th paragraph on page 1. Here the CBO says, first of all, the dip in the economy is expected to be short-lived. CBO forecasts that economic growth will pick up again by the middle of 2001, and as we all know, we were in a recession in mid-2001. This graph is prepared by the CBO in the 2001 report. Here is a graph of the possibilities of the budget surpluses that were covered in the CBO report issued in 2001 at the end of the Clinton administration. And this is based on economic data prior to George Bush becoming president. And you can see in this graph, the year 2000 it could have been a peak budget surplus, and then the progression, steady decline of surpluses until they had essentially evaporated in 2004 and back into deficit spending by 2006. This point is critical. That CBO budget covered the possibility of a return to deficit spending as soon as 2006 without any policy changes from the next president. Therefore, the CBO is very clear. To use this report as intended by the CBO, you have to evaluate the assumptions contained in the report, and their economic assumptions simply did not occur. And that is perfectly okay, because the U.S. economy is very complex, and to assume that somebody has the ability to project in the future what's going on or what's going to happen is nearly impossible. But that doesn't stop people from trying to use it to their advantage.
We've gone from a projected $5.6 trillion surplus when George Bush became president to a $9 trillion debt.